Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hope everybody's well. Back with another topic today, and today I'm gonna be talking about something I've kind of been like straying away from talking about because I'm scared of the topic myself. But I'm actually gonna get into it, just right off the head or off the head. Um, so, um, so I want to talk about like the scariest questions you can ask yourself. The scariest questions you can ask yourself about life or something like that. So what I mean is like, asking yourself questions like, oh, what am I supposed to be doing in life? Or we got Layla right there just being curious, looking for squirrels or something. But yeah, and that's something I guess I've been trying to figure out. Like that's something I've been like focused on for the past couple years, I guess. I want to, yeah, for just some time now, just something I've been working on. And I think like there's a point where like there's no correct way to answer that. You kind of just go through like a process of going through like saying I want to do this or I'm doing this, instead of just saying like living around the theme, which is what I've learned. uh like just being positive, and it's not all positive all the time, that's for sure. That's something that I've experienced, and how I've seen how it's affected like my creativeness and just everything in general. Like just me being the daily person that I want to be, and it doesn't having that expectation for myself kind of messes that up, if that makes sense. So I've learned to kind of like let go and kind of just let things take care of themselves. But if there's like a definitive outcome that you want to receive, then it's very evident that you have to go do that. Put in the work, or like put the pieces um, to play where they'll work for you or serve you to get you what you want. So that's more of like, what do you oh yeah, well, yeah, just to go back to the question, is like, what are you really here to do on earth? And there's I'm sure there's a lot of people who say like, oh, you're thinking too hard about it, or just like I'm overthinking it. And that's kind of a problem of mine that I've been working on as well, which is why I get to these points where I'm able to actually collect my thoughts, or just be able to speak freely my mind and convey my thoughts. And it kind of like helps me figure it out while I'm actually talking about it, or at least allowing me to like let go of it, express myself, and then just kind of like, that's the vibe I put out. So therefore there shouldn't be any resistance to where I want to go or where I think I'm heading. um and of course, like I said, there's always ups and downs. I feel like I'm being tested like every day, just because I'm not where I want to be, or I'm not living to the fullest, I feel. But it's all a process to get there. So, and that's something I've been able to understand, and something maybe people around me might not be able to see. And there might be people around you that probably just don't get it. You have a totally different mind state, and that's okay. It's okay to have a different mind state than the norm. And it's scary. I mean, I don't want to be like in a fear mind state, but it's scary being, thinking that you only think a certain way, like, and I know that's not true anymore, just because I've done research, and I've tried to connect with other people, and just through the people that I've met, that I feel like I resonate with. It's really helped me like be comfortable with myself. Like, help me go back to, look, you got sorry, it's just to get sidetracked, but you got Layla over there just being a dog. But yeah, sorry to get sidetracked. But yeah, and so what I've learned through that question is, what am I here to do on earth, is to in conclusion, like, to that question, is like kind of base your Layla, come here. Is to kind of base like that question around the theme and how you kind of want to live base that question around how you want to live and what's like your message. And I am still developing my message, I feel, but I know that I do want to like at least help people realize that if you are feeling different than the people that you surround yourself with, or just, you know, the people you come across, that it's okay to kind of be different, even if, you know, like Ralph Smart, he says something that goes like, or no, it goes, speak the truth even if your voice shakes. And that's something, you know, I have, you know, feel like I'm working on right now, just because, like, you know, I'm still finding my truth, and I feel like that should be the ultimate mission to, like, you know, life is finding the truth and helping other people realize the truth. Because you can't, you know, to someone, you know, I could just be like, you know, like speaking gibberish, but in my mind, and hopefully the others that resonate with me, my reflections, like, will get what I'm saying, you know. So at this point in time, you know, I'm 21. Not that age matters, but, you know, I've been like in this same, well, yeah, like I've been trying to break out of my comfort zone, basically. Like, I've been where I'm at right now with these thoughts for a good amount of time, and I feel like that's why I'm saying I'm always being tested, because like the time is coming to where I feel like I'm gonna have to make that transition to becoming a better version of myself, or the next level of where I need to be, you know, to get to the next level. So yeah, just keep an open mind when you're asking yourself, what are you here to do on earth? You know, it's okay not to know, or to admit that you don't know, because that's what I tell myself, you know, it's okay, you know, but as long as you're putting in effort sometimes, and, like, you know, overthinking is a process, you know, there's a way to kind of like get over overthinking. And, you know, there's, you know, it's there for a reason. It's there for a reason. I mean, yeah, so there's times where you don't want to overthink and stuff, and that's normal, you know, because everybody that has has experienced overthinking has gone through being able to, like, well, for example, me, I have been able to come out here, and it, like, just breathing the air around, like, you know, trees, and just like like, you know, not being around so much traffic, and just like letting my dog be free, instead of, like, you know, when I can, you know, that's able to free me from my mind and just make me calmer. And definitely by I'm going through, like, still going through a process of trying to become vegan, vegetarian. I'm not sure yet, but more so I think vegan. I just, you know, in my position specifically, I haven't been able to afford the lifestyle yet, but I mean, it's coming soon. It's coming soon. I feel like it's coming. I just need to get myself together, just some more, you know. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is just me in the process of getting where I want to be, or just like what I want to represent and stuff. So that's that. The second question that well, and I don't know if I'm gonna label it the scariest questions, but it's just the most mind challenging questions you can ask yourself. And Layla, come here, come on, look at her, good girl, yes, mama. Go sit down in the shade, come on. Oh, what? Got a whole mess of trash on here. But so the second question would be, what was my second question? So it was, what are you here to do on earth? That was the first question. I did have a second question. Hopefully I didn't forget right now. It's not coming across my mind. Well, maybe it was just that one. Maybe because they kind of tied them together. That's a thought that I remember having between the two questions. But for now, I'll just leave it there. It all ties into, you know, just having your own thoughts. It's very important to have your own thoughts, because we're very controlled in society, where we have to, where people think that we have to think a certain way, and you know, that's all part of just like the process of figuring out the way of how you can get out of the, like, you know, the rat race, or the you know, freeing yourself from, you know, the blockages, the roadblocks, the cell that you've put yourself in your mind. And yeah, I think it's really important to find the right environments that help you, that complement you. And you know, sometimes, you know, for example, I do find myself in environments where, like, you know, I'm comfortable at first, and then later on I become very like anxious, and I just like kind of switch my own vibe. And yeah, so we'll just leave that there. I'm not sure what's going on right now, but so until next time, keep an open mind. Make sure to breathe and keep breathing. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.